I'm looking at somebody's
Hey, all
something.
right.
All right, all right.
What's going on?
Yeah. So what's going on?
Nothing, man.
Roll.
Yeah, who wants to talk first?
Looking at Johnny.
Hey, tell you what, we'll do an hour and a half of just staring at each other. We'll
Johnny.
just stare at each other for like an hour and a half, and the people will all tune out.
We'll do
Yeah, no,
a staring contest. Yep.
yeah. Whoever talks first loses, and everybody watches.
Oh,
You know,
I got a nod.
Watch that get 10,000 hits.
Yeah. Oh boy.
We didn't podcast last Friday because Xander said he was feeling sick, and then me and McHenry were like, "Hey, you want to do it?" And then McHenry was like, "Well, I have a pizza coming," and I was like, "Oh, okay, I haven't eaten yet either. Let me go eat." And then so McHenry's pizza came. He ate. I had my food, and I just remember feeling sluggish, man. Like I was too tired to even talk.
Oh
Which is
yeah.
weird, but like that's where I was, and I think McHenry was on the same page. We both just kind of went. I think McHenry said I'm tired, and I went, yeah, I feel sluggish, and we both like McHenry texted back LOL, and that was it. You know, we didn't do the podcast.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's how I was last week.
You know, if I eat copious amount of food, what's that?
I said that's how I was last week.
Sorry. No, go.
I avoided everybody, all my friends and everything. I'm like, nope, I can't peoples today.
What happened, Xander? Something bad happened?
No, it's just I just didn't just didn't feel like doing much last week.
Dude, we all have weeks like that. We all have days like that too, man. I get it. Trust me. With everything going on and then life just being random, yeah, you need time to yourself, and you just want to escape everybody and not talk to anybody, dude. I'm at the point where I get text messages and I go like this. Why is this guy bothering me over a text? I'm just like a text. I'm like, oh man, leave me alone. You know, it's So I hear you, bro. Don't worry about it.
So, JoJo, have you been in a good headspace? You weren't in a good headspace whenever it was. Yeah, or do you not want to say? You don't have to talk about it.
No, I can't go into all the details, but I have a lot going on in my life, and it's starting to get on top of me, and I decided to do an hour comedy special. Yeah. Officially, I'm going to announce it right here. McHenry's going to host the show. If we can get Xander in there somehow, that's cool too, you know. And I'm going to just I'm going to do jokes about the last 6 years, basically from the time I retired till now. I'm gonna talk about everything, and then I'm gonna do an in-depth Charlie Rose / Barbara Walters interview with McHenry, where I literally drop dimes on everybody. So yeah,
where's this show gonna be? Is this in person?
No, I don't want to do that because you know, people remember me a certain way, and I've changed. And my energy isn't the same energy I used to have, so I prefer it be just it's probably gonna be at that hotel room, you know what I mean? Or if we get just a private area where we have a mic and a PA system, and I do an hour's worth of material, and we record it live, and anybody who wants to watch it live can, or we might even not record it live. We might just record it and then McHenry can post it on his page, and I might even post it on my page for my 3 subscribers at this point. All 3 of them can either thumbs down it or thumbs up it. Who cares?
Also, you do have a YouTube channel.
Nice.
Technically, yeah, I do. You know, I got it just to comment on McHenry's videos, and then I posted videos just randomly, and then 2 guys I think found me, or I said something on a podcast, and then they started following me, and then so I posted 2 more videos, but it's not like your YouTube channel or McHenry's YouTube channel. It's just you know, I'm surprised I even have my profile pic up. It's like a profile pic for me doing a show 8 years ago. So it's like a black and white profile pic. So it's not anything serious, man. So I was kind of being low key about it, you know. Then I started thinking about the fact that I don't have any my page gets no traffic, and I started going, you know what, I better promote this because I'm starting to feel weird about not. It's like I'm the kid at school that doesn't have any friends. I'm just like, I better start making some friends, you know. So
yeah. That's the most hard thing
But
for
yeah,
me, anyways.
it's McHenry. It's short. In short, it's like family issues and just issues that I went through the last 6 years that I was very quiet about, and I tried to be very cautious and human and fair and compassionate about. But everybody else kind of took that as something else, and yeah. So I'm going to set the record straight.
Yeah. Nice. All right. Games of fruit. You had something to say there, and so what's going on?
Oh, I totally forgot what I was going to say there.
Yep.
Oh yeah, for the promotion thing, like I think like that's the hardest part for like me to do, because when I go to like put the promotion out there, I think people look at it as like spamming, and then they might no, because it's just three platforms. That's why it looks like that.
What are you referring to?
Yeah,
Like-
when you share your link and like post it on Reddit or Facebook or Twitter, and people think it's spam. And, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot going on. We are off to a very rough start, but let's pick it up. Let's get into it.
Yeah.
We are. There you go.
The thing about me is like I tried not to. I have two different sides of me, man. I try to be like very clean and proper now, but like that bad boy that everybody seemed to love on stage is still there. I just have to. I locked him in a cage, and I he's still alive. I throw fish inside his cage, and he eats them, and I hose him down once a week. But he's still alive. He's just he's very much deep inside of me. Xander, back off. I thought you were gonna do it.
Is he ever going to be
Okay,
released?
he didn't.
Is he
Xander
ever
didn't go for the joke that I thought he was going to go for. All right.
I mean, I had a comment there. I'm like, oh damn.
Yeah, I felt it, Xander. I felt it. Wait, what? Let me step in. Xander had something up his sleeve, man. He was gonna throw it at me.
I did. I just had to.
Yeah.
Oh damn. I was going to go for like Mr. Minagi joke. Like, here you go. Here's a treat.
Yeah. Wax on, wax. Yeah.
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 That is such a good movie, dude. The Karate Kid is such an underrated film. I'm sorry, I just love it.
I think I like the.
It is good. Like I didn't even know that guy wasn't. I didn't know he wasn't Asian for real until I seen an interview not too long ago. I thought he was fucking Asian.
Mr. Miyagi? Dude, he's
Mr. Miyagi.
Japanese.
Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, he's. No, well, I mean he is, but he talks American. He speaks like he's an American. He doesn't really have an Asian accent. You didn't know that?
No, I knew. Okay, what you're saying, because the way it's being presented and what McHenry's actually saying, I'm going to translate for anybody because I know McHenry. What McHenry is saying is the fact that the character had like a thick Japanese accent, but the real guy, Pat Morita, had an American accent. Right? Is that what you're? Yeah, that's what you're saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was confused for a bit.
He's not really Asian. He's not one of those Asian guys. He's like, yeah. So.
I was totally confused. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I don't know.
He was actually a stand-up comedian too. A lot of people don't know that. You can go back to like you can find stand-up comedy clips of Pat Morita being hilarious, and I watched them a couple months ago, dude. And he was a very funny guy, a lot of people don't know that because they related him to Mr. Miyagi, and he was just so.
Everything else got overshadowed. Nobody knows
anyway,
anything about. I mean, how would you feel if you did a movie, the movie hit it big, and but nobody knew about your comedy? I mean, how would you feel?
I would feel bad, but that check that I got from the movie would at least make me feel decent, And then like, guess what? Like people I would announce that I was doing a comedy show, and then everybody would come see me because I was the guy in that movie, so that I would have a whole new audience. So I would take advantage of my
true.
popularity. But yeah, that was. I mean, if everybody was like,
Yeah.
after like 30 years in the business, if I did a movie with, Rob Schneider, we did like 5 movies together, dude. And everybody's, that's the guy who did the Rob Schneider movie guy. And I'm just like, I did stand up comedy for like 30 years, and they all knew me as like the Rob Schneider sidekick black guy who just went, oh man, Rob, you crazy.
Yeah.
That would bother me because like there's a whole other side of me that never got a fair shot. So if like my legacy was I was the Rob Schneider black guy, then I would be a little bothered by that. Yeah, I can't lie. I would. So I can understand that.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
I just do a lot of like crazy like black guy. Oh man, you tripping, Rob? Say what? That's all I do for like an hour and a half, and I get paid $5 million. Hey man, I got paid for it, so whatever. And then everybody's like, yeah, that's the Rob
There's
Schneider.
probably a lot of. I was going to say, there's probably a lot of comedians who hit it big with something that ain't their comedy, or their comedy leads them to whatever their new thing is. And that's all people know of them. And they don't know, like, the journey to get there. Like Joe Rogan, I never knew he was a comedian. I seen him on Fear Factor. I had no idea he did comedy.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point, dude. There are people who just don't know that. They come in at certain chapters of your life, and they don't read the book. They just start where they come in at, and where they come in at can be in the middle or towards the end. You're right. I knew Joe Rogan was because Joe Rogan was on a show called, I think, Talk Radio in the 90s. Remember that show? It was a sitcom show. It was him, Andy Dick.
News Radio.
News Radio. That's it. Yeah, News Radio. Yeah. He was on that show, and I knew he did stand-up comedy, and then I saw him on Fear Factor. The biggest Joe Rogan surprise I got was when he was announcing for the UFC fights. And then when I found out that he was like this hardcore martial artist, I was like, I would have, that's where I would have came in and been like, oh yeah, Joe Rogan the comedian. You'd be like, no, he's a martial artist, then he's a UFC announcer. I'm like, no, this guy's a stand-up comedian. So like we would have had 2 different takes on Joe Rogan's because I didn't, that side of Joe Rogan floored me. I didn't know he was into all that. So.
Yeah.
I wanted to.
I'm belching. Hold on. Got a belch, baby. Oh, go on.
I was just going to bring up an event. You guys were talking about stand-up comedies and everything. I had a friend from when I was living in Illinois. There used to be a bar there called Kryptonite. This dude, he'd go there, get on stage and like do all kinds of Guns N' Roses song. Now, people didn't come to see him because like he was a good singer. They came to see him because they thought he was such a special needs kid, getting up there and singing, even though like his voice like really sucked and everything. And he's not a special needs kid at all. He's just like very odd and everything. So like, I told this dude once, like, they don't come there and support you because you're singing. He's like, oh, I guess I know. They just like to hear my beautiful voice. And I'm like, no, they think you're special needs. Get on the stage there, bro.
Hey, man.
He's like,
the thing about that is, I feel like I would exploit that. Like I would build on that. Like the second I found out that they didn't actually like my voice, they just thought I was a special needs person. They were trying to support me as most people would. I'd be like, you know what? I would start walking funny and even talking funny. And then I would just start singing more. And then like, I would hopefully get a record deal. And then I would just stay in character. And then like one day, like somebody, like, there'll be allegations. This guy's really not special needs. And then like, he's exploiting these people. And, I would have the special needs demographic. They would all love me. And then everybody else would love me. And nobody would be able to criticize me because if you're criticizing me, you're criticizing a guy who's mentally challenged. How dare you? Like nobody can say, like, how people criticize Justin Bieber or like, I hate that guy. Like if he's you can criticize him and get away with it. But if he's special needs, you criticizing Justin Bieber is like, what kind of person are you, man? This guy's so like you're really like bulletproof. I would run with that if I was this guy, dude. Like I would even show up to like different record companies and then audition for them. And they'd be like, well, you know, you really don't have it, son. And I'd be like, oh, I'm also special needs. And they'd be like, you know, also, if you don't give me a record deal, I'm gonna have the special needs organizations come after you guys and say that you guys don't like special needs people. And they'd be like, oh my God, sign this guy immediately. And then I would just run with that whole idea. I'm telling you. 40 years later on my deathbed, I'd be like, I'm not really special needs. I would have a long career.
That reminds me of an episode on like South Park. All these people.
Oh yeah, right.
All these people have like these like problems and everything. You know, like man with boot in his head or something like that. And you know the boys they put like a scrotum on like Butters, so he goes on the show, and he starts up this whole like mutant like community and protest because they said they're going to stop giving them like funds. So I'm like, oh, special needs community. They just rally up. I don't know,
dude. I love that show. And by the way, let me say this. I support any human being doing what they love, and I think that everybody should support them. I'm just recognizing the fact that there would be people that would not say anything about this guy because they're a special needs person. But there's nothing wrong with being a special needs person. I think that everybody is like, and I'm not trying to get on the soapbox like I'm running for something. First of all, you know, hold on, folks. You know, we're all special needs in our own way. No, but like the fact is like nobody is perfect. Like there's so many different types of intelligence. It's hard to gauge what is normal or what's not normal. You know what I'm saying? Like, because there are people like I have a brother who is not good at math, but his spatial reasoning is off the charts. Like he's like a genius when it comes to like logic and spatial reasoning, but he's not very good at math. I know people who are very intelligent, but they can't remember where they parked their car. You know, so like everybody, like there is no standard of intelligence versus unintelligence. I just don't believe in that. I think that everybody is smart and everybody has their strengths and their weaknesses, and I honestly believe that. So like I support anybody, special needs, as they call them. You know, doing what you love. If you love doing like do you remember that comedian, Josh Blue? He had like Tourette's. He was very big like 10 years ago, and I'm sure he still works. Yeah, that guy, you know, he was hysterical. Now, if somebody would have been like, oh, it's not polite to laugh because he made fun of himself and everybody got it. He was a funny guy. And to take away that guy's love of performing because he's quote unquote special needs by society is unfair. So I'm not really into all those labels. You know, so sometimes when I talk, I'm talking about how society labels things, or I'm trying to be understood, but in reality, I don't think that anybody is, you know, everybody has their strengths and weaknesses. That's just the way I feel, and I don't think labels really matter.
Right? Yeah, that's true. See, like a year ago, someone saw me commented on this YouTube channel, Tourette's Guy's channel, and they started telling me, you know, you shouldn't really laugh at him. That's his problem. Like, first of all, one, his son runs the channel. Two, the guy that's in the video, he's dead like years ago. Three, I'm pretty sure they put it up there for comedy purposes. I don't know for sure if he actually has Tourette's or not, but it's funny. Okay, just leave me be. And she just went on, sitting back like, yeah, You know, this is me eating popcorn, just watching her get mad.
I feel like, and you're a good person, Xander. I feel like when people make a video and they put it out there, people are going to take it in different ways, and you have no control over that. That's the burden of putting things out there. Is you don't know how it's going to be received.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everybody could be like, "This is awesome," or everybody could be like, "This is the most terrible thing I've ever seen in my entire life," and you should you know, kill yourself. You know, but I'm joking about that last part. But there are people that say things like that. You know, so like once you put yourself out there like that, you gotta be brave enough or courageous enough to take the onslaught of insults or praise, because it could go either way.
Right.
McHenry, you're being way too quiet.
Very true. Yeah, like anything. Me? Are we done? Well, my brain, it's hard, like when there's multiple people, it's hard for me to zero in on my thoughts. Like, I'm mentally ill, you're dealing with a mentally ill person in me.
Kudos. I am too.
Yeah,
I have
so
PTSD and whatever else they have not diagnosed me with yet.
wait, what do you got? Yeah,
Oh,
you got what's your mental illness?
So far it's PTSD. I know that because my wife.
Post-traumatic stress.
Yes, and I got that from my.
Oh well, yeah.
After my wife.
I used to have that. Like, how does that affect you? How does that affect you? Your PTSD?
It's weird. It doesn't really, because like PTSD, the way I understand it is, it's like if you have been to war, loud noises or any kind of battle scenario is going to put you back in that headspace, and you're going to freeze up, and you're going to have a mental breakdown. I got it from watching my wife pass. So basically, I can't be around anybody who's about to die because I could probably. But at the same time, like how often are you around people who are going to die? You know what I'm saying? Like that's, if people like I don't work in hospice, and I don't work at a hospital, so I'm probably going to be all right. But if there's somebody who's like, hey man, I'm dying and I want you there, John, I'm gonna be like, I'm sorry, man, I can't do it. I'm not gonna.
It's even better, or it's more bad if like you also have schizophrenia and then social anxiety with PTSD. It just makes that like really worse. Which is like what I have. I when I was in Tennessee, I try to go out walking, but like the schizophrenia started to come out, and then I'm like, nope, I gotta go back home because the social anxiety, and then it's just. But I got my PTSD from like my blood mom. She was like mentally and physically abusive, especially toward me, growing up. So that's where I got all that from.
I get you. And Xander, I also have
your
social
schizophrenia. You got.
So what?
Oh well, I didn't know Xander. I didn't know you're schizophrenic.
Yeah.
Do you medicate for that, or?
Oh wow, I did not know that.
Yeah, that's why I can relate to you most of the time there, McHenry, because I struggle with some of the same traits you have. And yes, I am medicated for it. They recently increased my dose from like 100 to 300. This is a generic version of Seroquel, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, everybody has something. If you Xander, kid, if you want to talk about it, we're here. If you want to glaze over this, we can do that too.
I mean, I don't mind either way. A while ago, someone hacked my network and then got into my personal everything and just flooded out there. So now I'm just like, it's already out there. I don't mind. But
wait. They like, what did you have? Like, did you have like reports, like personal information that they put out there to embarrass you? Is that the idea?
No, it wasn't really embarrassing me. They put it out there to try to.
Or to try to, basically. Yeah.
To run me down and ridicule me.
Do you know who did it?
Yes, and there's nothing I can do about it because they live in the United Kingdom.
I'm sorry, dude. That's messed up.
Yeah. So, but
there's nothing funny. There's nothing funny about mental illness, dude.
No.
Like a lot of people have different types of mental illness. It's like there's really so many different types that are all inclusive. There's like too many to list, but anybody that's going to sit back and try and put somebody down because of it, dude, is that's messed up.
See, what I do about it is, in my mind, because I have said mental issues, in my mind, I'm thinking, I can make jokes about it because I have it and I know the struggles, and it kind of helps me too, a bit.
Right.
This is something I was told a while ago that I should focus on when I'm bringing up the jokes about it. So, my schizophrenia has a thing where like there's somebody in front of me that I don't like. That's not like real or anything like that, but I can hear him and feel him and everything like that. So, there's a I can't remember what the joke was, but like they said I should try to embrace like the schizophrenia thing, and then hopefully they'll make more jokes into that. And I've been trying to figure out how to do that, and I'm like, I just can't. And then, well, I guess like yeah. So I guess the part was like if I just like make up like other like alter egos of myself, like how I do my different voices and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I should do like stuff like that.
Xander, whatever you feel is healthy for you to express yourself, dude, I say do it. As long as you're not hurting anybody else, and it's a healing method, I say go for it, dude. Yeah, work on those characters, man. Start, if you have an idea, write it down, then build from there. Just develop a character and write a joke, that you feel comfortable with, and go from there, man.
Yeah. See,
I really respect people that can do that. Because I have like a closet full of things that I won't even open and look at. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like so anytime somebody's like willing to open that closet of the skeletons in their closet and then show everybody or try to like poke fun at it, that's very brave.
That's what makes us a bona fide person. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You okay there?
I'm sorry, dude. I gotta go away for a minute, dude. That was funny. Oh man, hold on.
Oh boy.
Oh damn it. Oh man.
You good there?
It was just like you literally took a very serious, solemn conversation, dude, and you just dropped a jewel in. And I'm sorry, that was hysterical.
Glad you could service.
Oh man, no, that was funny, dude. That was just perfect timing. That's just you can't write stuff like that, dude. Yeah, that's funny. But no, like seriously, dude, I respect what you do. McHenry, would you say that when you do videos or when you when you wrote jokes or when you express yourself, do you go to that dark area, that cave that everybody has, where you just it's all your anxiety, all your issues, past regrets, demons, so to speak? Do you go there? Do you take that with you, or do you try to poke fun at that, or do you deny it? Do you hide?
I just try to make light of any of the dark things about myself, but I don't feel like I go to a dark place. Like I feel like everything's comedy to me. Like I don't really like compartmentalize like anything negative. Like I mean everything is a laugh to me. Everything's comedy to me.
That's very good. I'm gonna be honest, dude. Between the three of us, I'm the biggest coward of all of us because I don't. And I've never done it. All my material was mostly topical and me talking about things I see. Interviews were different, but I still stay. It's like there's a room. Like speaking about compartmentalized, there's a room in my house that I'm aware of that I never go inside. I just walk by it. You know what I'm saying? And when people come over, they're like, "Hey, what's that?" I'm just like, "Hey, what are you doing?
What is it?
What are you trying to see over here, man?" Nobody goes in that room.
Do you know what's in the room? Nobody goes in the room.
No,
Nobody goes in the room.
I won't let anybody in. I won't let anybody in.
Yeah.
They don't need to see that stuff.
Oh.
You know.
Oh.
So you guys are great.
Is this a physical room or is this a metaphorical room?
Well, it's metaphorical. It's There's not a physical room in my house. I'm just like, I don't want to go in that room.
All right. There's literally a room.
It's like I'm not going in there.
Yeah, I thought
that's where my skates are at. And my skates scare me now. I'm not gonna open that door and see my skates that scare me. No, it's metaphorical, bro. It's metaphorical.
I thought, wow, a room, nobody goes in it. Wow, all right.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? It's not literal. It's figurative.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We
shout
got
out to
10
Headwork.
minutes left in this meeting, by the way.
Okay, shout out to Headwork,
Yeah.
man. What's up, bro? How you doing? This is the worst, most awkward time to give that guy a shout out to. Yeah, you know, I struggle with a lot of mental issues. I have a closet that's metaphorical that I don't go into. Hey, Headwork! Woo! He's like, oh, they mentioned me. That was the most awkward time to give a shout out to Headwork, but yeah, I felt like I told him I would at the next podcast. So yeah, there. And I just remembered right now. So you said 10 minutes?
That's good.
So,
10 minutes.
I had a question. So are we going to keep using Zoom or like for the podcast, or are we like wanting to find like a different like media so that like we can use the full like hour 30?
Good question.
I don't know, cause I'm not computer savvy. I don't really know how to use anything on a computer other than like a browser. I know you do, but you know.
Yeah, Xander is. Yeah, Xander is.
I don't know that I can be taught. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way, dude. Like I know how to make a phone call and text and order off DoorDash. Anything beyond that, I'm just like, well, hold on, let me call Xander. Let me get Xander on the phone.
Well,
so
I was just trying to think of ways to fix the 30-minute thing, and I mean, if you guys are interested, you know, I'll look for something for you guys or whatever.
You know, a part, I don't know, man, because like if you think about it, most people won't. When I see an hour and a half video, I go, ugh. Like I'll get like a 4-hour video, like I'll watch like 5 minutes and tune out. But like if it's two like 35-40 minute videos, like that feels like something I would click on and stay for the whole time. And then if it's interesting, I'll go, well, I want to find out what happens in part 2. So that could be a good marketing strategy for a Freeway podcast.
So keep it to 30 minutes.
Every time I say Freeway podcast,
maybe we should.
So what?
The Three-Way podcast. Every time I say the name,
I like two parts.
Yeah.
So we're keeping the 30 minutes thing then.
We can vote on it. You know.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm down, whatever. But.
Okay.
All right.
So did anybody see you know what, I'm not gonna bring up any subjects. I'm not really a subject guy. I feel like
did anybody see the new Mortal Kombat movie? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Thank you, Xander, help me. Thank you. Xander, I heard I saw you post something on Facebook about watching it and kind of just not liking it.
I was super disappointed in the whole movie itself. Like I was asked about it, and I'm like, do not go into a nerd rage. Do not go into a nerd rage. Do not go into a nerd rage. Sub-Zero was made to be a wrong person. Like, just all the characters and everything about, like, most of the characters. And it just messed with me so much. Like, Raiden, he's not Asian. He's white. Scorpion, he doesn't really have a family. He just got spawned in by the Outer World people to help defend the Outer World and take Earthrealm. It's just so much thing about that movie. It just went so wrong. And I'm like, oh, do not go into a nerd rage. Do not have a nerd rage. You know?
Yeah. How was the action?
The action, you know, it was pretty good and everything. You know, only one person got sliced in half. But, I mean, it was, I wouldn't say, like, great. I would just say, like, meh.
Okay. McHenry, did you played Mortal Kombat as a game when you were a kid, right?
Oh yeah.
Which did you prefer, Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat? Which was your favorite between the two? Because it was like there were people who loved Street Fighter, there were people who loved right. It was more gory. It was more like bloody and.
I like the fatalities. That was the part that drew me in. You know.
Yeah, that was a different game. Like that changed the whole game world because no game had done anything like that before. Street Fighter was ahead of its time because it was a fighting game. It was very popular. But then Mortal Kombat came along and went, no, we got to add something else. We have to have a moment where like this guy busts out with this crazy killing method, you know, that you have to do a certain code at the right moment to do. And that, I'm telling you, man, that was awesome. I was in 94 or 95. I was all over Mortal Kombat.
The endings I liked was the baby allergy and the friendship. Like, you just got done beating the crap out of somebody, and all of a sudden, friendship.
Right. There's different codes for different things.
Yeah.
Also, Scorpion was my guy, so I'm disappointed already. Because Scorpion was my favorite guy. He was the guy I used every single time. Like I could back and B, and I'm just going, get over here, and then I'm telling you, dude, like Scorpion was good.
That's another thing that bothered me about Scorpion in the movie.
That was my favorite.
Huh?
I said I think Scorpion was my favorite as well. There's a bit of a delay. There's a delay in this somehow.
I know. Yeah, I know. I picked up on it a few times.
Yeah.
Weird.
I'm seeing a little bit of drops here. So we got 3 minutes left.
3 minutes left.
Oh, yeah, another character in the Mortal Kombat movie. Goro. That messed me up too, because they made Goro look like a weakling.
What? Seriously? Did he get beat up? What happened?
Well,
spoiler alert. Go ahead and tell me.
He definitely got beat up, and it was like, who was it that beat him? Scorpion's family member beat him up, and he didn't really have to do much to like knock out Goro. And like, I was expecting more like, picking up bottom hands and smashing his bottom, but no. Goro, it's as if like Goro was getting bullied and Goro was sitting there taking it.
Plot twist. Goro is like 900 years old, and in the first Mortal Kombat movie, he was Goro. But then after he saw himself in that movie, he realized that he was coming off as kind of a bully and a brute. So he went to anger management classes, and then and then he started this one, and he wasn't the same guy. He was just like, you know what, guys, do we really have to fight? Is violence really the answer? What's going on here? And he got beat up. That's what happened. Plot twist.
Yeah. I can see that.
Because I haven't seen it yet, but by your description, yeah, I'm already disappointed. So.
Yeah, I was very disappointed.
I could watch it, but I hear all the negative reviews.
Yeah, everybody at first was like, "Oh, this is awesome," and then, yeah, that's weird, man. Yeah. It might be the internet connection.
Yeah, I got a weak connection or something. It keeps flashing on.
You were me, because my internet's been acting weird the last 4 days. So, or my Wi-Fi, I should say. How much time do we have left?
Yeah.
Right, a minute.
A minute, 3.
A minute? Okay, let's all have a staring contest, real close.
All right. We're gonna just stare for a minute until the end. All right. Nice.
Yeah. No talking. Just.
It's only gonna show one of us. I think.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
You, I think.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, so we all need to occasionally say something, but we're all just gonna look real close at each other. Xander, you're very quiet.
All right.
No, Xander's the character. He's doing it. He's doing it. Hold on. But it's on me now. Xander, you have to say something so people see you. Say something so the camera's on you. Because like it's switching from me to McHenry every time we talk. So you got to say something, bro.
Rip. Hell. Give me a second, see if we're All right, so it looks like we're just doing a 30-minute show. This is your boy. I'm signing out. Be sure to check me out over on YouTube. Games of Fruit. Twitch is Mr. Fruities. And then over on Facebook, Xander DeSanta. Peace.